can almost smell those fresh ground beans. Airfield Espresso at Harvey Field has been serving delicious cups of gourmet happiness for over 25 years. Excellent service and lasting relationships is their top priority. Stop in and experience the kindness and joy that exude from this special place, one cup at a time.
Welcome back to Henry M. Jackson High School for numero 4 of the 4-game juggernaut here on STSPN. Scott Osman along with John Rasmussen and, of course, the wedge, Ron the Wedge Henthorn.
Scott, we got a great game of basketball here coming up, and a lot of games just went by us. Couple of overtime games and close games. It's been fun out here
It
today.
has been a blast of great basketball, and we have the number 1 seed, the number 5. I just checked the RPI rankings like 5 minutes ago because it changes. Glacier Peak High School, 14-0 in conference, 18-2 overall against the Issaquah Eagles coming in. Again, a tough, that Crest Kinko, that's tough over there. 10-3, they're number 1 in the Kinko. First place, 15-5 overall. And so, of course, Glacier Peak coming into the tournament, John, the favorite, but you just don't know about Issaquah.
They're coming out of a tough league, like you said, and, West Coast struggling in districts right now. I don't think anyone's won it, so Glacier Peak's going to try to hold up the end of that. So it should be a really good game, though. Don't look at the rankings, but let's just watch two great teams play.
John has his, after a tough loss, Edmund Woodway head coach here. You guys took one on the chin last night, so again, you were your voice is full of helpful encouragement, I'm sure, that you were trying to give last night.
It was total helpful encouragement. I'm a little raspy, so
Rasmussen.
Exactly. Bear with me tonight.
Steve Willis is here. We got an executive producer, 5-tool player, Todd Elvig, as they're getting the starting lineups here tonight, which we will see. Glacier Peak in the home whites, and Issaquah, the Eagles, in the road dark uniforms.
Issaquah coming in off of a loss to Eastlake here on Saturday, and Eastlake just upset Lake Stevens, or considered an upset at least, to move on in the bracket here. So
an overtime game, 63-58, and Eastlake, they were dead to rights for most of that second half. It looked like they weren't even in the game, and they just crawled back, and then the great Lake Stevens, they just literally couldn't buy a bucket at the end.
They are the defending state champs, so let's not write them under too early.
That's true.
But it's a tough league, like I said. I think they're 4th in their division on that part. But when it gets tournament time, anything can happen. So, I do have a little insight on this. I know these teams have played in the off season, and Issaquah's got them a couple times in the fall league over in Bellevue, but that's something you don't know about. So let's see if
that is good insider information right there. You know what? Give him a Kit Kat. Give him 2. He's deserved it.
keep talking to us there.
Head coach Doug Crandall, great guy there in the purple for Issaquah. He's been coaching. We were talking before we went on the air. He's been coaching boys for 10 years. And the job came up, and he said, I love basketball. I love the relationships. Let's do it. You think, you've been doing this for 20-some, 30 years.
Yeah, 22 straight. I was just going to do it one, but here we go with the tip.
Here we are. And Glacier Peak starts it off, and right away, launching is Sandy. And now it's just, this is it. This is what you see all the time, just a scrum down, hustling as we get ready to go here.
Kind of a quick shot out of Glacier Peak there. I think Brian will want to set something up and maybe get a better look.
Brian Hill in his 12th year. They have had tremendous success as Issaquah comes down now. Tries to get, there's a 3-ball corner pocket just off by Hansen. And the rebound to GP. Here comes Smith. A lot of the teams, again, can kill you from the 3-ball. And they're going to get Rubino Madison as it travels. Now, you don't want your bigs handling the ball, John. Come on, what are you doing?
I don't know what they're doing there. It looked like a dribble handoff, but she just drug her foot. So, it's one of Brian's sets. And, Issaquah is a three-point shooting team. They're 0 for 1 now from the corner, but the girl got a great look.
There's a beautiful floater by Hansen. Kira Hansen starts off this game 2-0, and quickly Collins back over and good to Sandy.
Glacier Peak's a tough team to press with Aaliyah Collins, and I'll be surprised if Issaquah goes the whole way, but it was a quick pass back, and she made a great pass to Sandy.
Here comes free 21. Now they go underneath. That's Stevens. Stevens can't find it, and there's Erling, who just does it all. Coast to coast, no, gets it to Rubino, and in for the bucket.
Bucket by Madison Rubino.
A lot of contact down there at the Glacier Peak end. They looked like they're doing a high-low. Issaquah was. It was a nice play set up, but Sandy played good defense.
Stevens now back under there. Big, great look there at McNary, Katie McNary, the 6-foot senior. Only 2 seniors on this Issaquah team. GP bringing it back up, Malia Smith. She can hit from anywhere in the gym.
You know, she broke the three-point record this year for GP. She hit 8 in one game. She broke my daughter Natalie's record.
That's
small world.
That's cold-blooded right there. Say shout out to Natalie Rasmussen. And there's a errant pass, and it's going to be a turnover on the Eagles, and it's going to go Glacier Peak. Number 1 with the ball, Leah Collins. It feels like she should be like a 7th-year graduate student at this point. Starting as a freshman, she's just a junior.
She got another year left, boy.
She does.
Make her mark here for GP.
GP has 4 juniors out there and only 1 senior in their starting lineup, so they're going to be good next year too.
Erling with the spin, and she tried to double clutch, looking for the foul. Wasn't there.
Watch Erling diving on this play here. There it is, fist, we call that.
And you called it. Little Tony Romo right here, and Smith drains it. The 3-point specialist.
Off 1-1. She hit her first one. Look out, if she gets hot, she could go off on him and be the difference maker in this game.
It is so much about rhythm and getting your feet set and getting the pass right. 7-4 right now, the home team being Glacier Peak, up with 5:28 left to go in this first quarter. Here's Hansen.
I would love to have Malia playing in Edmonds Woodway jersey. We love the 3, so.
Kira Hansen, the sophomore, 5'7". She makes it a 1-point game. Here's Smith again now out to Sandy. Deep 3, corner pocket, front rim. And it's picked up by the Eagles. They go deep down. McNary back out. Faking is Gibson. Gibson! Not there, and Erling taps it to Smith. A big rebound, up by 1 is GP. Always fun, once you get these district games, playoff games, you just get the jitters out, kind of get in a rhythm, get a sweat going.
Yeah, it's a high pick and roll here they're running. Aaliyah Collins is actually right-handed, but she goes so well to her left. She's unstoppable. It's amazing how quick and fast she actually is.
Averaging just under 12 a game, as they're going to call it staying Glacier Peak. Aaliyah Collins right there. The leading scorer so far in the season is Maya Erling, 13.8 a game. Smith out front, 4 on the shot clock. Collins got to do something. Little floater, and she nails it.
That was a nice shot.
It's a pretty tough shot by Collins.
That's a backbreaker. When you're on defense and you play 29 seconds of great defense, then they come down and hit it on you. That stuff sometimes can take it out of you as a defender.
Hansen back out now to Stevens.
3-point shooter.
Here's Gibson. And Collins with the rebound. She's got to track it down, and she's going to let it go out. And she says it's off Eagles.
And so did the ref.
And Doug Crandall, the head coach of Issaquah, thought otherwise.
I think I'd like to watch a horse game between Smith of Glacier Peak and Gibson, isn't it?
Yeah.
For Issaquah.
Cam Gibson, the junior. As Collins flies down. Here's Erling. Drops it for 3.
6-point lead now for Glacier Peak. If they start hitting the 3s, look out Issaquah, because that will open up their penetration.
Issaquah trying to stay in here, down by 6. Here's Cam Gibson. And there's the call, and Brian Hill, the head coach of GP, very happy with that official.
Offensive block, legal screen on that call.
Calls on number 3, Gibson, her first. This first team foul for Issaquah. Glacier Peak with 1 as well. Some substitutions now.
And number 33, Elise Waldall.
Waldall coming in, and here's Collins, flies to the hoop. That's what is so scary. She can get to the rim in a heartbeat.
Yeah, Issaquah will have to make some adjustments on that play, or she'll have a great night. That will be open all night.
8-point lead here so far. Hanson coming back over. Dillon in the ball game, 11. Now they go deep down to Stevens, and there's going to get a call on Waldall, the 5'9" junior.
Fouls called on the Grizzlies, Elise Waldall.
Elise has to fight and get around that. She was going through to knock it away, so that was a tough one.
Second team foul.
Oh.
They're calling a little bit tighter than the boys' game right now. So
They are. Gibson trying to find an alley. She finds one, and it'll go. First points of the game for the junior Cam Gibson. Issaquah with a 30-second timeout. We'll step away real quick. We'll be right back. 14-8, Glacier Peak.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Steve's got to save his voice for the PA system at EW.
That is the voice of head coach for Redmonds Woodway, John Rasmussen, long time on the staff here at Glacier Peak for the girls program in Snohomish area, and, you know, the list goes on.
First 8 years of Glacier Peak Open, I was on staff with Brian, and it was a lot. It was a good run for us.
Undefeated JV team, isn't that correct?
Yeah, but we don't need to talk about that. It's not a. It's done with in the past.
Erling, turn around.
Tough shot.
She gets it to fall. Money. Ron the Wedge Henthorn with us. Todd Elvig spinning the dials. Here's Gibson with a long three rainbow. Oh, baby.
A pro 3.
That one touched the rafters coming down.
That was from the 10-foot volleyball line that was so far out, I think.
5-point lead now for Glacier Peak. Cross-court pass long there to Allison.
Looks like Issaquah went into a 2-3 zone, a different set for him. I know Smith is out for Glacier Peak, so maybe they know something here.
Kaylin Allison, 22 in the game. Brian always uses bench, always rotates kids in. Again, with all the pressure and the full court and the amount of intensity you got to have, you got to rotate the legs in as Issaquah here now trying to creep back, down by 5. Hanson. Stevens.
Trying to shoot the 3.
They're trying to get, yes, Gibson there with a long-range bomber. Hanson, they are just pounding, driving into the paint here.
Oh.
And the pass interior trying to get Stevens, Olivia Stevens in. And there's a call on the floor. And it'll go on Allison, her first.
Last time Eastlake ran their out-of-bounds play, they miss a girl wide open. Let's see if they come back to that same play. Here comes Smith back in for GP because maybe the 2-3 zone. Here she comes. They caught it this time.
Trying to front. There goes Stevens. Turns around. No call there.
I think Aaliyah might have got away with something there, but it was her hands were straight up, so maybe it was the correct call.
16-11 and 1:38 left to go in this first quarter. Leah Collins finds, looking always for a seam, gets to the rim, and she will go to the line. We just saw Reagan Reed there in the loss. Again, somewhat just the quickness off the ball is similar. The fact that they can get to the hoop at any moment, any time. The foul on Stevens are first.
Very similar. In fact, if they keep doing that, they'll always get to the line if they don't make the basket.
I know Aaliyah, her sophomore year, let's see, she's a junior. It was her freshman year, had little problems free throw shooting, but she's much improved, and now she's She's a deadeye from there. I jinxed her.
Of course you did. Nicely played. Gets the rebound, though. Back here is Smith. Smith tried to thread the needle, and getting in the way is Mercedes Tinder. And here comes Issaquah Cam Gibson. Stevens driving, and she's going to get called there, I think, on Godin's.
Maybe.
I think it might have been on Maya.
Yeah, I think
Maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, they are going to call on Erling.
Foul's called on Maya Erling, her first.
Only her first, so that shouldn't be a problem.
4 team fouls for Glacier Peak as Stevens heads to the line, and that's good. Now, is it Godin, Godinez? What are we doing here? What do you think?
I'll go by Grace. That's what I'll go by.
Okay, all right. Come on. Wedge, you got anything for me down there?
No, you're hanging there.
All right, we'll get a tweet or something if she hits both of those.
Checking in for the Eagles, number 21, Lauren Free.
And Free comes in. Lauren Free, 5'8" senior, one of the few seniors on this Issaquah team.
Their shooter just went out, so give her a rest before the end of the half.
17-13, Issaquah hanging with her. There's a deep 3 ball. Good by Waddle.
That's Glacier Peak's third 3 of the first quarter. So, they're hitting the 3. That's good for them, and that will really help them. 3 different people with the 3 ball.
That is hard to defend. Hanson drives in, the drive and the dish. Stevens not there. Here comes Collins. Look out below.
Crossing her over.
2 steps, too much. Erling with a putback, not there. Back Smith for 3. Erling again with a big rebound. Back out now. And they'll settle with 23 on the shot clock, 28 on the game. See if they can get close to a last shot. Collins now. Splits the double, loses the ball, now gets it back, tries to get it out. Waddle, not there. Stevens, release, 11 seconds. Hanson. Here we go, Dillon with it. Back over. 4 seconds, right inside. She misses the gimme, but back up, not there either.
Wow. Couple of easy baskets could have been made.
Yeah, Issaquah's calling for the foul, but it was her own girl that I think got her.
I think McNary, was startled by somebody there. And, give Stevens credit. She drives in. We go nuts over here because they don't use the backboard. She uses the backboard that time and doesn't get the bucket. But nonetheless, there's stuff to cheer, and we'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
I'm listening to John Rasmussen talk about coaching. The backboard, he's talking about the mighty Ferndale. Talk about Eagles, aren't they the Eagles?
They are the Eagles, and I was saying how they could use the backboard well and banked it in. A lot of points that first quarter, 20 for Glacier Peak. Ron, if we multiply that by 4, that looks like 80, correct? That's a lot of points.
That could be a lot of points tonight. We'll see how that 3 ball keeps going for her tonight.
Smith's
thinking about that 3 ball right there.
Small but mighty.
Issaquah's in a 1-3-1 right now, so the baseline is open right there.
Rubino can't get it, but she will head to the line for her effort. Great little look, right? Great pass in down to Madison Rubino.
Fouls on Olivia Stevens.
That's going to be on Stevens, her second. Third team foul as Rubino to the line. She hits the first.
How can there be more fans here from Issaquah than Glacier Peak?
That is
Glacier
excellent.
Peak's right down the street.
That is an excellent question. Todd Elvig on the mic. Rubino with a big rebound goes driving in, and Erling seems to always be in the right place at the right time and resets.
Must be a broken stoplight by the Buffalo Farm or something to get here. Must be a traffic jam.
Issaquah faithful showing up in good numbers. Great give
There
and
you
go.
go.
Rubino delivers.
Double-digit lead now. Glacier Peak wants to keep building on it. Here comes a little trap by him. There goes Sandy.
And there is Sandy bumping up. And are they going to call the basket good?
No, they're waving it off.
You gonna call a charge?
Oh, he's calling offensive charge or offensive control, player control on Sandy for second.
Both players moving, but she must have put her arm into her a little bit too hard.
Fifth team foul on Glacier Peak.
Gibson back in for Issaquah. Since she came out, there's been a little run. So here comes a trap.
Hansen thinks about it, sets her feet. Too much, nothing there. And Sandy with the rebound. Picked off by Hansen. Back down Stevens, and Stevens delivers. 3 points, or 4 points for Stevens here. 23-15.
Issaquah back in their 1-3-1 zone, it looks like. So Glacier Peak's being patient, see what they can do.
Free goes on Erling. Turnaround jumper there. Rubino too much. Outlet to Hansen. Trying to cut the lead here. Gibson over to Stevens. Now some movement. Gets back out. McNary, 35 in the game. Cam finds the baseline. Baseline pass. Corner. That's tipped by Collins and picked up here by Smith. Good defense.
I thought Gibson had a lay in there if she wanted it, but kicked it out for the three.
Leah Smith now running the offense. Here comes Collins. 13 on the shot clock.
Here comes a pick and roll play.
You can see
California.
There it is. Too much to Malaya, but Rubino there on the other end. Not able to make it go, but Sandy with a rebound from the free throw line. Rubino not able to hit it. And here comes Erling, and they're going to call it traveling now.
I'm not sure about that one.
Maya Erling is it's shades of old Evan Manis. We used to call him the magnet. She is unreal how she's always by the ball.
Right spot, right time. She's got a nose for the ball.
Gibson now bringing it up. 5:30 left to go in the second quarter. 23-15 Glacier Peak. 14-0, 18-2, and that one a unforced turnover there, so to speak.
That play was a high-low with the posts. I actually run that one. Got that one from Ken Roberts. So.
Do you run it better?
We turn it over to at times.
Allison coming up.
There's
a nice shot by Waldall. Waldall with 5.
Back to a double-digit lead. I beat you to it, barely.
There you go. McNary tries to find somebody. Stevens from the corner off the rim. Here comes Erling.
Oh, Erling.
Not enough sauce. Hansen with the pickoff. Back up Stevens. McNary back to Stevens. They do not want to take a shot under the basket. Here's Gibson. Floater. Tough one, and it drops. 7 points now for Gibson. Here's deep 3. Oh, Waddle, but Maya Erling once again with a rebound, and they're going to call.
Here's what I think the traveling was. When two players have their own same team have the ball, then it can be a travel on that. So
I think you're right. I think that's what he called.
Yeah. There was a jump ball, but it was both Glacier Peak girls that had the ball, so then it turns into a travel on that.
Godinez in. Here comes Cam Gibson. 25-17. McNary right at the elbow, goes back.
Uh-oh, look out.
Hansen with a deep 3. Too far right.
I think Hansen hit that first one, didn't she? And she's missed from since then, but obviously she'll keep shooting until it goes in.
Godinez, Grace gets stuffed, but right there is Rubino. Rubino baseline kicks it out. Allison. Stevens with the board. Outlet. Dangerous, but Gibson comes up with it. Hansen on the left. Flying by our Grizzlies. Stevens for 3.
We had a great view of that one. I thought it was in. It was right on line. We were sitting right behind that one.
You get Waldo for a foul, I think.
No, it's on Issaquah.
Oh, it was on Issaquah? Oh, a lot of banging around down there.
Fouls called on Issaquah's Katie McNary.
That's call on McNary, her first.
Pretty even on fouls. Glacier Peak with 5 and Issaquah with 4. So it's been a pretty clean game so far.
5 points for Leah Collins with the ball. Number 1, the point guard, the junior.
They're running the same play. That's Snohomish play where they curl around a post.
Collins from the stripe. And it's going to go the Eagles' way.
You know, there's no new plays in this. Us coaches just keep stealing them from each other and renaming them. That's all it's about nowadays. So.
Yes, even on the boys' side, Glacier Peak, they do the exact same play all the time, the backdoor screen.
Yep.
Stevens, tough shot, and she gets it.
Bucket, Olivia Stevens.
6 points for Olivia Stevens. And Issaquah just hanging around, 25-19.
Glacier Peak in a little drought, double dribble.
Collins trying to do a little too much maybe there.
It's tough to penetrate that 1-3-1 zone. I know that's maybe why they're in it, to take away that dribble penetration by Aaliyah. So if they need to hit a couple outside shots again. I don't think they've hit any threes this quarter. Have they, Ron?
Not yet. They haven't, no.
There's a high-low. That's a great move.
McNary back up Stevens, just off a little bit. And here comes Collins. Tough pass, and that was just baiting McNary there.
Calling it at both ends.
Fouls called on Katie McNary.
Now, defensively, again, if you front her, even trying to side that far out, are you worried about you got help behind you?
You should have a little help behind you because they're in a 1-3-1 zone, so there should be a girl back there. But you should at least be on the side of them, not totally behind them. Obviously, it's an easy call when you go through somebody to knock the ball out.
Second foul on McNary. It's Allison.
Skip over, not deflected.
Collins back out, Rubino. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Good interior pass and good block by Stevens.
Good defense by Issaquah there.
I think the referee kind of got in the way on that one. She got hit by the referee and it went off her hands. Glacier Peak in a little bit of a drought. I don't know how long, but it's been about 2, 3, 4 minutes since they've scored.
Looking for a basket. And you got Sarah Rubino on. Oh, no, Elise Waddle, my bad. There's Allison for 3, and the drought's over.
Three-pointer, Kaylin Allison.
That was big, up to 9 again. Leah Collins, I think that's her second, isn't it? Or is it her?
It could be her first. I think her first.
Her first.
Fouls called on.
That's a rarity. Maybe I feel like she starts with one every game. But she's everywhere, so I think she might have got one earlier, but she didn't.
Hanson trying to get it in. 1:41 left in this Kinko-Wesco District playoff game. Issaquah had to play last night, beating Mount Vernon handily.
Oh.
Tough shot there by Cameron. Hannah Cameron, a freshman, 6'1" freshman in the game. Here comes Allison. Over to Aaliyah.
Issaquah back to a man defense now, so.
Rubino turns and shoots, and a great hustle rebound there by Allison.
Rubino's having a little trouble getting the ball in the hoop here tonight.
Collins, jump step.
Travel.
He's going to call the travel. She wanted that. Come on, it's showtime. It's 5 o'clock, prime time, baby.
I guess he doesn't know the Euro step so well, but wasn't impressed by it. But Glacier Peak fans definitely aren't impressed with his call.
9-point lead for Glacier Peak. Maya Erling, she comes back in the ball game. Can't keep her on the bench too long.
I know Robertino's been out with resting a knee, so I think she might have a little rust on her. So that's a big part of her game and, getting back in the flow.
Gibson working the top. She goes it almost. I thought that was in.
I thought that was off of the GG.
I thought that hit the net.
I thought it did. I agree. It went off the right side of the cylinder there.
I was all excited to say what a move that was, and then it came out.
It was a great offense and great defense.
Yes.
That's a slide drill right there. Collins, talk about a drill
Yep.
to the rack.
He gave her the lane on that one.
Back to double digits, 11-point lead.
I think they need to go back into that zone, John, because they're not going to let her do that otherwise.
Yeah, they take away her drive in that zone, but Issaquah, it's easy to coach from the stands, Ron. I can tell you that. I've never lost a game from up here, so
No.
I never made a bad call. It's a lot easier up here than down on the floor.
Second foul on Waddle. And it'll send to Stevens. That's a great line. It's like gravity, John. Gravity, it's undefeated.
Exactly.
Stevens hits that.
Stevens, I got a 3 for 3 from the line.
I do too. 7 points for Olivia Stevens, this 5'10 junior.
Perfect from the line. I jinxed
And
her.
we jinxed her, but Hansen gets a rebound right back.
They're going to play for one shot, I believe.
15 seconds left.
10-point game.
Big to cut it. Under 10.
Watch
9.
a three-point shot.
Missed the easy underline.
1-on-1, tries to get it off.
That's a kick ball, didn't call.
Shobi having some issues. There's Gibson way downtown. Not there, tries to alley-oop, and the buzzer gets in the way. And after 2 quarters, Glacier Peak, the number 1 seed, will head into half, up 10, 30-20 over Issaquah. We'll take a step away, a break, and we'll come back and maybe we'll talk some more hoops with head coach of Edmonds Woodway, John Rasmussen.
You can almost smell those fresh ground beans. Airfield Espresso at Harvey Field has been serving delicious cups of gourmet happiness for over 25 years. Excellent service and lasting relationships is their top priority. Stop in and experience the kindness and joy that exude from this special place, one cup at a time.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow-through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the
All
Game.
frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi electric cooling and heating system allows you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. And because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com.
2003, Gamut 360 Holdings has been recognized as a premier local builder of new homes and commercial properties in the Puget Sound area. Our 360-degree construction approach matches first-class materials with the highest construction standards to create truly unique and timeless communities for our Northwest neighborhoods. Visit Gamut360.com and discover the home that matters most to you.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow-through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
All right, we're back here at Henry M. Jackson High School. Our game 4 here, Glacier Peak Grizzlies, the girls' side against Issaquah Eagles, up 30-20 at halftime. Scott Oshman, John Rasmussen, and Ron the Wedge Henthorn getting their cans on here.
Hey, I'm with you.
And Steve Willits, and we got Tom Lafferty, the legend of KRKO, and everything else here. Willits is putting together this NASCAR pool, and he's doing business. And he's we got a lot going on over here at the sidelines, just so you know. John?
Interesting scoring here, Scott. GP scored only 10 points in the second quarter, but then Issaquah only scored 7. So
well, there you go.
It's not a big score in the second quarter.
Yeah, nobody really just blowing away. I have Aaliyah Collins with 7, and then I have Rubino, Waddall, and Erling with 5 for GP.
GP's three-point shooting kind of slowed down, and they got 10 points. They got 20 the first. They raced out to that quick lead, and they added to it, hung on and stuff. So, Issaquah, a lot of good looks, but, it's tough to beat GP. They're a tough team.
So the cliche question here, Mr. Rasmussen, Coach Rasmussen, if you're Issaquah, if you're head coach Doug Crandall, what are you telling your kids and what adjustments are you making coming out here in the second half trying to win this game?
I liked his 1-3-1 zone. I think he needs to go back to that because Aaliyah Collins is almost unguardable in a man situation. and she creates a lot for the rest of the team. But, you know, it's easy to say that, but it's going to be, I think, a great second half. We'll see how both coaches made adjustments and what happens.
Well, you're undefeated from the bleachers, and I think tonight you got a good shot.
I'm feeling really good about this one, too. You know, it's like I said, it's easy to coach from here, and there's not many bad calls I make. So
GP's probably going to stick with that man on the defense that they've been working pretty hard with tonight, so it's working for them so far.
Exactly. You know, Issaquah handled their pressure pretty good, made a couple turnovers, but any foul trouble? As a coach, I'm always curious if anyone's in foul trouble.
Not yet, nobody.
I got Waldall for GP and Sandy with 2, and Stevens has 2, and McNary 2 for Issaquah. And again, I think that Cam Gibson and Coach, when I talked to Coach Doug Crandall before the game, he said she's been playing very well. We saw her just a teardrop 3 and a couple good baskets. I kind of feel like they need to get her open, a little set some picks, some high picks, trying to get her some space, perhaps, and then work it to Stevens. And on the flip side, like I said, Aaliyah Collins, you don't have to set a high pick. She can basically beat her defender right off the ball.
Right off the dribble. One of the quickest players I've seen in a long, long time.
And she can hit the 3-ball, too, so don't leave her alone out there.
Back at it here, Issaquah in the visiting dark jerseys. Hanson, quick hands by Collins, and she breaks that one up. And here she comes. Speak of the devil, Aaliyah Collins, the junior.
Starting in a man, Issaquah, so halftime adjustment. They're going to try. Here's a double pick. She's going to take him off the dribble, kick out.
And there's Shandy. Hustle rebound by Rubino, tiptoeing across the line, and she went out, and it'll be Issaquah ball.
I think that's Sandy. She's had 3 good looks, hasn't hit one yet, but she should hit one soon.
Issaquah did a good job on that double pick blocking there, not getting beat on it.
They gave a lot of help defense on that. That's what you have to do against Aaliyah Collins.
Hanson 12 out front, thinks about the 3. She's wide open. Then she gets her balance, launches, and there's Collins with a rebound.
But did she get her balance is the question.
Apparently
she missed it.
she didn't. Sandy drives in, she slices, and she'll head to the line.
Sandy not hitting from outside, so she decides to penetrate, and she'll go to the line with 2. So
that's 3 on McNary. As we were talking about fouls, the 6-foot senior.
That's a tough one. I mean, she's one of their main players inside. You know, I think Issaquah, they've had a lot of opportunities inside. They're just not taking the shot. So maybe that's one thing. They got to hit the inside shot, then go to the outside.
Hanson takes a seat for Issaquah. And Shea Dillon comes in, the sophomore.
The GP is winning on the outside shots. They got 4 of those 3-balls down there tonight. So.
Get it in now. Some pressure for Glacier Peak. Collins, boy, she had that one right.
Could have been over and back almost there.
Get it in. And here is McNary. Good move. Just couldn't get it to fall. And a good rebound there by Rubino. 32-20, 6:43 left in this third quarter.
Not going to help Issaquah if you're missing those easy layups like that.
Yeah, in districts, and I can contest this, we missed some shots last night. You've got to hit those shots if you want to win games. You got to play at your best.
Lake Stevens going down to Eastlake. Talking about that as Sandy drives. One more time to left, the banker talking about the backboard. She goes high off the glass.
And there's a lay-in. It's tough. You got to make those shots, and GP is making them, and Issaquah isn't. Big difference right now.
14-point lead. Gibson hesitates, then just gets lost underneath, and that's a tough pass. Here comes GP, the Grizzlies. Erling.
Oh, that could have been in travel almost.
It might have been.
Yeah.
Collins for 3.
Well, I said she wasn't afraid to shoot from out there.
And McNary gets it, and Sandy's going to get caught with a foul as she gets locked up.
That's going to be her 3rd. Is Brian going to go to the bench or let her play?
5:51 early, you're up 14. What do you do, Coach?
I'm taking her out. Brian's got the right move. Elise had a good first half, too, so, you know. But you're going to miss Sandy's defense. She is just a stopper on defense.
You're going to miss her offense. She's got all 4 points this half so far.
That's why Ron the Wedge Henthorn is here, baby. There you go.
I think his middle name is Stats.
There you go. Gibson working on the left side now. Erling, 13 on the shot clock. Boy, the defense just relentless. Out. Underneath, and Collins once again picks the pocket.
Going home.
Down to Erling.
Oh,
All kinds of
travel?
steps.
Yes, she did.
Oh, it would have looked good. But the traveling call, and they wiped the basket off.
Didn't quite get the handle on the ball when she got the.
Her dad's not happy. I can hear him now.
Probably.
Yeah, she's not happy either, I'm sure.
I think it was a correct call, though.
It was.
Gibson.
Oh, that
now
should have been
Smith.
a foul.
That play works in the NBA, but not in high school girls basketball, the 2 steps.
Yes, they double down on Stevens. Stevens quickly gets at McNary, and they whistle will blow. And that's going to go on Waddall, her third. And so now Glacier Peak's got some kids with foul issues.
Is Brian going to the bench here? I don't think he's acknowledged or knows she has 3.
Deep 3 ball, and she gets blocks out, and she hits the ground. It's no good.
Could have been at least 4th foul there, but it wasn't.
Rubino on the other end makes them pay.
Comes a timeout, Issaquah. I don't think they've scored yet.
No, they haven't.
First 2 for Rubino tonight, and Issaquah takes a timeout. We will as well. Come on back, 16-point lead for GP.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
You can almost smell those fresh ground beans. Airfield Espresso at Harvey Field has been serving delicious cups of gourmet happiness for over 25 years. Excellent service and lasting relationships is their top priority. Stop in and experience the kindness and joy that exude from this special place, one cup at a time.
Snohomish wins. We're back here. Jackson High School, Scott Oshman, John Rasmussen, and Ron the Wedge Henthorn with you. Glacier Peak, boy, putting the hammer, locking down the Issaquah Eagles. They haven't scored yet this second half. 4:47 left in the third.
Elise in there with 3 fouls, and I don't think Coach Hill still knows she has 3 fouls. Uh-oh.
Gibson for 3. Got it!
Can't leave her open. You can't sag and help on her, off her.
Collins the other way, spins, dribbles, slices in, hits the floor, no call.
Oh, everybody stopped playing. They thought it was going to be, that was a travel.
Ooh,
and Gibson to Free. Lauren Free with her first bucket tonight on the fast break, and that was kind of odd.
4th foul. Watch Brian.
That is.
4th foul.
4th on Waddall, who has 5 tonight. And Brian Hill going out of his mind. You don't know anything about that, what that's like.
I'm so calm and cool. I can't believe what he's doing right now.
You've matured, though, right?
Don't sit too close to me. I think lightning might strike me, so be careful here.
Free gets the 3-point play the old-fashioned way, and all of a sudden, a 10-point difference. But Issaquah feeling like they're got something going.
This is killing me because I sat on Brian's bench for 8 years, and somebody's got to tell him that Elise has 4 fouls, and I can't. I'm up here in the stands, but, you know, you got to get her out with 4 fouls. You may need her later in the game. So,
but the gift of riches here for Glacier Peak. I'm looking down his lineup. He's got plenty of places to go, he's not going to have a huge drop off.
Jenny just told him, and now he's like, "What? You got 4 fouls?" So, Jenny, good job. Jenny's a C-team coach.
There she comes out.
I can breathe again. Thank you.
You think it's easy?
Oh,
you just came to watch a fun game.
Jeez.
We roped you into this. 10-point lead, Aaliyah Collins.
Here comes a double high pick. Aaliyah wants to go left.
They got her around that one.
She goes all the way, finishes with the right, too much. And the rebound here, the Eagles.
Issaquah on a 6-0 run.
Stevens with a tough cross-court pass. We used to, lacrosse, we call that cross crease. That's never good. It's always dangerous.
Now they got Waddle out of there. He didn't get hurt that time. What do you like that cross-court pass, John? That's not a good
we've
thing.
lost the ball.
And the ball
David
is
Pope
gone.
to go get the ball.
The ref
Went out the parking lot.
If he went to get a jumbo Jackson dog, I approve. that is an excellent $3 spend.
Might be my dinner on the way out of here tonight.
Issaquah back.
I'm going to go catch the Edmonds Woodway boys game against Meadowdale. It should be a good one.
Yes.
District game in the.
Steve Willits performing the PA duties there.
He is. So it should be a good game. I watched them. We had a doubleheader. We've done a couple doubleheaders, and they're a lot of fun with the
That's
boys
great,
and
yeah.
girls. We get a great crowd. It packs the gym, I'll tell you that.
That's outstanding.
Uh-oh, can't leave her.
Gibson again, yes! And Cam Gibson put Issaquah Eagles on her back.
That's a 9-0 run for Issaquah. 2 threes by Gibson.
The 5'7" junior keeping the Eagles in this one. Collins making her go left. Erling for 3.
No.
Front rim. Gibson with a rebound, pushing down.
All right, I'm on Brian's bench again. I'm saying, Brian, you need a timeout because they're on a 9-0
Gibson
run.
again.
Oh.
Free down there, fighting and scrapping.
Gonna call that a held.
Oh, hey, Brian's calling
Godinez.
timeout.
Full timeout.
And Brian Hill has seen enough. He's out of your screen.
Hey, they got us on the bench down there on the mic, I think.
And you hear Coach Rasmussen so empathetic of going crazy I'm trying to get a TO, baby.
Little Dick Vitale. You know, I got to meet him once
Did
at
you?
a Husky game. His daughter, I'm dating myself, but his daughter went to Notre Dame, and Notre Dame was playing the Huskies, and he was at the Husky football game, and I got to take a picture with him, and I'd do anything to find that picture now.
Yeah.
One of my greatest doubleheaders, Notre Dame, Washington. And
Yeah.
then I went to the Mariner 1995 playoff game.
That's good. You got the GP boys cheering on. I believe that is Bobby Siebers with a massive game today in their barn burner win. You got their Braden Quantrell, Q cheering on with GP as well, and Q having another just great solid game. But Bobby Siebers went off in the second half with 18 points for Siebers. Just some killer 3 balls. And Glacier Peak went on to win over the Redmond Mustangs 63-57. But back here.
Bobby earned himself a shirt, too, didn't he?
He did.
I don't think it's on right now, though, is it?
No.
He doesn't
Maybe
have it
underneath
on.
the warm-ups.
They're working the pom-poms. They got it going. Good to have them there.
Oh, turnover.
Picked up. Here
Maya,
we go.
watch Maya.
Dylan finishes. First 2 for her, the sophomore. Now a 5-point lead for Glacier Peak.
Issaquah back in the zone. They've gone to more a 2-3 look now. Somebody has to hit a 3, I think.
Erling, cross court, Allison. Allison goes low. Now Rubino looking for cutters. Got Godinez. Back out. Here's Allison for 3 off the rim, but a big rebound by Grace.
Big rebound.
Rubino doubled,
Kick.
looking.
Oh.
Picked off. Good defense by the Eagles.
And
a quick foul by Godinez, by Dylan there with the ball. And all of a sudden, head coach Doug Trangle, he's got his bench fired up. They're in this game.
A 5-point game. That is quite the comeback. 11 straight points by Issaquah and the ball. Glacier Peak getting a lot of fouls, too. It's 4-1 on the foul board. You don't want to foul them. They're a good free throw shooting team, Issaquah.
So now if I am the Eagles, I like Gibson. She's hitting 3s, but I want to attack the rim. I want to attack the basket. Dylan there for 3 ball, and Collins comes down. Got the ball taken away, but now it's given back Maya Erling. Finds a wide open Godinez for a mid-range jumper. Oh, frame it. That's an old-style classic.
That's a first basket in a long time and the must-needed basket for Glacier Peak.
7-point lead now. Gibson up top, big screen. Tries to dump it off. Dylan can't handle the rock, and it's going to go a turnover to GP. She looks over the bench.
As a coach, those unforced turnovers are just killers, especially in a situation like that. Issaquah staying in that 2-3 zone.
The turnovers are killers, but they haven't been making that many of them tonight. They have the last few games we watched.
Exactly.
Erling right inside the 3. 2 deuce for her. And Erling gets into it. First bucket of the second half, and all of a sudden now 9-point lead here for GP.
Travel.
Another unforced turnover there. Stevens took steps.
Checking in for the Eagles, number 35, Katie McNary.
McNary will come back in. She's got 3 fouls for Issaquah. 1:03 left to go in the third.
That's what causes us coaches gray hairs or loss of hair, those unforced turnovers. So makes us old quick. And I am old, so it doesn't matter.
There you go.
I don't know about that.
There's a play. It's a skip play.
Collins for 3. Rubino had it and lost it. McNary has it. Now the Eagles coming back with 44 seconds left. 27 on the shot clock, trying to cut this lead. They had it down to 5. Dillon back out. Here's Hansen.
They're trying to get Gibson open. They're setting a lot of screens on Allison, and she's battling through them.
Good move. Seals it off. McNary gets it off the glass. And she goes to the line.
By Katie McNary.
Playing with 3 fouls, the one of only 2 seniors on the Eagles. And Rubino will get called for her first. 5 team fouls right now on Glacier Peak with 27.5 left here in the third quarter.
7-point game.
Mary. Can't
See
get
if Glacier Peak plays for 1. It looks like Brian will play for 1 shot. I'd hold it, then he'll run a set play.
Hansen comes out, drives to the rest, back behind the back.
Oh.
Rubino.
Wow.
Pretty.
9-point game. Going up.
5 seconds. Gibson way downtown. Erling, point 1, point 2, not gonna do it. And 42-33, we head into the fourth quarter. Not gonna do it.
Keep my power cords, I'll get it from you next time.
And Tom Lafferty talking about instructions here to Todd Elvig. Boy, Issaquah feels like they gave him some good punches there.
Down by, what were they, down 16? They went on an 11-0 run, and then Glacier Peak came back. I know us coaches, it's a game of runs, and, it's like a boxing fight almost. You take the punches back and forth, and, Glacier Peak withstood it. They hit the last 4 points before the end of the third quarter and made it back a 9-point lead, but, you got to be careful. 9 points can go quick, so it should be an exciting fourth quarter.
It was 10 points at halftime, so Issaquah came back within 1 of that, got outscored them by 1. So.
Yeah.
They went, it was quiet there for a while in the third quarter, but things got going. Aaliyah Collins, the superstar junior, she hasn't scored this half, but she's always involved. She's done a lot more.
I don't think she's been out of the game. I think she's played all 24 minutes now.
I think you're right.
7 points in the first half.
I wouldn't take her out.
No.
She's only got 1 foul. Hansen now number 12 with the ball for Issaquah.
Gibson, the three-point shooter, getting a rest for Issaquah, but I expect her coming back soon. Here comes a set play. Double screen coming up for the 3. Couldn't get off. Aaliyah blew it up.
Set the pick now. McNary gets free. As Dillon, they wrap it around. 8 on the shot clock. Got to get something going now.
Trying to get it inside.
McNary back out. Stevens deep front corner. Shot clock, and Maya basically fends off free.
That's called an open screen.
Yes. Smart play by Maya.
Yeah.
That's a door in front of something. Not going to get through it.
Here comes Gibson back. 30-second rest, 38-second rest. I knew she'd be back soon. They need her on the court, Issaquah.
Yeah, and also Smith, 10 in white for Glacier Peak. She's in, hit a big 3. Sandy back over to White, now low to Rubino. Turns, spins, tries to do the up and under. Goes in and she gets it and 1.
Wow.
Oh, that's all kinds of footwork clinic right there.
She was persistent, kept going at it. That's a big hoop. going up 11 and a chance to make it 12.
Rubino scoring, no scoring in the first half, 6 points in this half so far. So she's starting to come into her own. She missed a few in that first half she should have made.
Yeah, she sat out and she's starting to get her legs underneath us and playing a lot better.
That is a lane violation.
No count.
No count.
No basket.
You got an eraser for that pin there, Ron?
I just put a 0 around that.
Under 7 minutes to go, 44-33. Kira Hansen with the ball, driving in, trying to get to the bucket, and she'll get Erling called for the foul.
On the floor, or was she shooting is the
He
question.
says she's shooting. He says she's going to give her 2.
Hansen, she is very quick. I was very impressed by those moves because Aaliyah Collins, she had her on her heels for a second, and not many people put Aaliyah Collins on her heels.
Oh, and she hits the first, does Hansen.
Hansen's a junior, I take it?
Hansen is a sophomore. 5'7" sophomore.
Wow.
Second foul on Erling as she drains both of those.
You guys put me to work before I could get my roster, so I apologize.
We pretty much hijacked you as soon as you came in the gym,
Whoa,
I was told.
you're going to call that on the
Collins goes down hard.
No call.
Definitely could have been a charging call easy.
McNary.
Lucky for her.
Yeah, playing with 3 fouls right now.
Play 3 for me. It's me and Brian got a lot of the same plays, so I know a lot of his sets, I hate to say.
I would imagine. That
what's
doesn't
his
seem
is
shocking.
mine and what's mine is his, and it's all good.
Well, he didn't like that offensive set, so he said, let's call a timeout.
He called it just in time, too, because I think she double dribbled there.
9-point game. It's, Issaquah's got to make a little more of a run. We'll see if the pressure starts coming up. Fouls could become a factor. Glacier Peak with 6, and Issaquah with only 2, so they could be a little more aggressive.
That's what I do. I go right to the rim every single time. I'm going to be aggressive, and I'm going to attack. As you see some of the
former
players come by.
Wazoo's finest now.
That's
They're
right.
both over at Wazoo.
Why are they here? Don't they have to go to school? Come on.
What's that Monday off, huh?
No, they're on a 4-day weekend. I talked to them before the game.
Okay, all right. Well, as long as everyone's
2
safe.
of my former players, they played JV ball there, so freshman year for me.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. That is fantastic.
Who were they?
Guffey and
that was
Rambo.
Yeah, that was Guffey and Rambo, yeah.
Oh, Sandy barely got inbounds.
Smith, deep.
Dagger.
Look at this Smith 3-ball.
Big play out of a timeout to get a 3-ball on that.
Just some serious spinach on that one. Hansen gets it taken away by Collins.
Collins got fouled again.
Rubino stops, pops, not there, but Erling there with a putback. Another steal by Collins, tipped by Hansen. Oh, my.
Run and gun.
I know she could have pulled it back out, maybe ate some time, but it's too early to do that.
Free gets it back off McNair.
Here they
McNair
come
can't
again.
have it.
Oh, now they're going to eat some time.
Aaliyah Smith, all of a sudden ballooned out here, 49-35.
Couple of quick ones.
Game of runs. Here's a double high pick for Aaliyah. Nope.
Not sure they've gone to that 1-3-1 again here in the second half, John.
No, they haven't. Now you really can't. Now that you're down by 14, you've got to up the tempo, and Issaquah's trying it, but you're playing into Glacier Peak's hands. Ooh, there's
and
the
Sandy
7th.
with a reach.
That should be 4 on Sandy, too. Not a good thing.
Yeah, besides that, it's a 1-and-1 now, and they're on the line.
I think it's hard to run and gun with Glacier Peak.
No, it is. It is. When the worst thing Glacier Peak could do is now foul, because when the clock's not running, Issaquah could come back and score. I always tell my team to attack if you've got a team in foul trouble and you're down, because you can score when the clock's not running. So we'll see if Issaquah takes advantage of those 7 fouls.
Lauren Free gets that to roll in, and she'll have a shot at another one. We've seen it many times, teams getting back into games from the stripe, and she hits both of them.
12-point game, 5 minutes, 23 seconds, a lot of time left.
Collins bringing it up.
Well, they're back in a 2-3 zone now, and
Wow,
almost gets the turnover.
Smith made a great save. I don't know who the pass was to. Leah threw it.
It was between both of them. Take
Yes.
your choice.
Leah now running into her own player, slips it, now tries to get to Rubino, but once again Erling there. Fadeaway jumper! Maya Erling, you kidding me?
That's a boy shot when she's catching it over her head, fading away. That's unstoppable in girls basketball.
And a quick timeout.
Brian Hill took the timeout.
Taking after the bucket. We'll take a quick break, pay a bill, and we'll be back.
He's got a
Yeah.
3.
I got a 3, a 2,
I
I got a
got
5.
5 in the first half and
Yep.
6 in this half. Oh, that's 11.
You guys are showing your public school.
Well, you know, as I say, I went to Arizona State, so be kind.
You got a good 10 for your education.
There you go.
4:52 left to go in this game. Let's see if
Eagles.
the Eagles can come back.
Oh, and they do. Stevens, a turnaround right there on the paint on the block.
Shooting over Erling. Not many people shoot over her. Smith with a great save and then another turnover.
But Rubino won't let Dylan
ball.
get away with that, and so Dylan's down there fighting. Erling gets into the mix. And what are we going to have? A possession?
Jump ball. Possession arrow to Glacier Peak. Look for Smith, or a quick shot by Sandy.
Sandy from deep, not there. Big rebound if she can get out of there.
2-on-1. Now
For
it's
Mercedes Tinder,
Look
but
at that.
they
They
lose
let
the
her
ball. Collins,
I'm going all the way by myself here.
ball bouncing like a pinball everywhere. Here's Stevens. She ends up with it. Draws the foul. No, she doesn't.
Offensive foul.
A charge on Stevens.
Good job by Sandy sitting in there good and tight.
That's going to be her third.
Glacier Peak needs to take better control of the ball. The last 4 trips down, I think they've had turnovers. They got 1 shot off in those trips, but you got to value the possessions now with 4 minutes left in the game.
Sue, lazy pass there, gets tipped out, and it's going to go Issaquah Eagle basketball.
I almost know what I'm talking about sometimes, don't I? It's scary.
What do you mean? I thought Helter Skelter is part of the game plan.
Not when you're on offense. You want to be in control.
Good times. Scott Oshman, John Rasmussen, Ron the Wedge Henthorn here with you from Jackson. This is 4 of 4 games. Hope you've enjoyed district playoff basketball on STSPN. There's another turnover and Aaliyah Collins.
And another one.
But she gets it punched out back to Hansen for the gimme.
Not a well-ran play, but they got away with it. Got the turnover.
Collins got hammered out there.
8 points for Kira Hansen, the sophomore. Again, this Issaquah team young. Erling.
They settle it down here.
Calling a play. They're in a 2-3 zone. That's his 2 call.
10-point lead.
Got it.
Erling.
Nope. Oh,
but
great
Rubino
rebound.
with a big-time rebound. Back into
Kick it
Sandy.
out. Travel.
And Shaylin Sandy can't believe it.
Not a good time for a turnover, if there ever is a good time.
Ron, you don't track turnovers, do you?
I used to.
I got them down here. They only got 7 now, but
I don't believe that. I think your pen's going to run out of ink the way it's going right now.
Hansen putting on a dribbling clinic right there. Gets it back out. Stevens 3.
Oh!
Got it!
7-point game.
Olivia Stevens, the junior.
can't let that 3 ball get out there.
Timeout by Issaquah. You know, the clock, a lot of time left. He may want that timeout later. Down to 1 timeout for Issaquah and 2 timeouts for Glacier Peak. You need those timeouts to stop the clock late in the game sometimes as a coach. I value them. I know Randy would wanted one back late in the game of his game too.
Yes, he would. We'll be back and see how it works out here. Message from McDaniels Do It Center.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Seven-point game.
Back here at Jackson High School, we're going to finish this one up. Every game almost has just been a dandy right down to the wire. 51-44, 7-point lead here for Glacier Peak.
A little bit of a zone press coming out. Issaquah after a timeout. Coach Crandall's put on a diamond press.
You got Shobi out there.
Tough to press her.
Hanson, yes. Collins, she weaves her way through. That, a block by Smith. Or for the shot from Smith, a great job by Free, Lauren Free.
Good. I'm good.
Blocks it. It'll stay Glacier Peak.
21 seconds on the shot clock, maybe a little early to take that shot.
Rubino,
the backboard.
The backboard, the sixth defender.
Issaquah can cut it to 5, no foul.
Now they trap her, and can she call a timeout? She tries to get it out of Hanson.
Got a fast break. Smith fouled. 1-1.
Oh my goodness, they had her dead to rights there.
Chance to cut it to 5, isn't it, if my math's right?
And with the clock stopped.
Got to settle down a little bit out there. Just getting a little bit excited, I think.
In the era of critical commentary, a Glacier Peak parent said that they did not like that call.
It's a 1-1.
Hanson.
6-point game. We'll see if Coach Crandall goes back to that diamond press or goes back to a man. Aaliyah Collins just carved up his diamond press, so we'll see what he goes to.
There it is.
4 for 4 from the line for her tonight.
5-point game, and here's the press. It's going to stay.
And a foul on
Hanson, wasn't it?
Nope.
Black Shobi. That's on Aaron Shobi, her first. Only the team's fourth.
They're going to keep that press on them.
Yep.
Erling to try and get it into it. They want it to Collins. And good job defending there for Hanson.
Steal.
They get the ball back. Gibson. Bounce pass doesn't there. Now Issaquah with plenty of time.
They finally.
Gibson was wide open over there.
Gibson hitting some big threes. Stevens with a one. Now high pick on Collins. Hanson, 15 on the shot clock. 2:28 left to go in the game. Good pick and roll there, and it goes in for Shobi.
Turnover.
And Maya trying to get it. Gibson just pulls it away.
Here's a fault. They called it a foul. This is an unbelievable call in my book.
She had her by the arm.
And Cam gets in her second foul. She just smiles and looks over.
They took it professionally there, but that was a tough call. Brian's changed his press break now, trying a little something different.
Malia Smith with it. Now Erling trying to get it. Dribbles through traffic. Gets it in the front court. Smith. 48-51.
I'll be like the NBA game. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
That's right. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Though we don't get to hear that in Seattle anymore.
8 seconds on the shot clock. Sandy with it. Smith thinking about rotating it back.
Got to go to Collins.
Smith. 3 at the buzzer. Is it good?
Shot clock violation.
She says it's a shot clock, and Hill is hot.
Ryan's got to be careful. Throwing that water bottle will get a technical foul.
I think he might have just gotten a technical.
By throwing his water bottle, I think he might have got a technical. He might have got teed up.
Yeah.
3-point ball game with 1:46 left.
Where's our slow motion replay? Did she get it off?
Yeah, I thought she got it off.
Oh, Brian let his emotions get involved there.
That is a technical on Brian Hill, and sends Hanson to the line.
2 shots and the ball, they'll get back here. So
I have her 4 for 4 from the stripe right now.
Good jinxer, aren't you?
Thank you very much. It's not what we do, it's how we do it.
Oh.
And she's iced. I have confidence in Kira Hanson.
5 for 5, you can't ice her.
You always put your best shooter on the line.
1-point game with 1:46.
Issaquah gets the ball. Brian will be seat belted now. He's going to have to sit down. Once you get technical as a coach, you're not allowed to stand anymore. That's a costly one.
We went back here.
Did he get it off? Did they get it off?
Todd, unofficially, he thinks they might have gotten it off, but the official was right there. 139. The Eagles trying to get the upset on the number 1 seed, Glacier Peak.
Oh,
and she turns and spins and passes to nowhere.
A lot of time left for Issaquah. It's a 1-point game, a minute 33. They do have a foul to give, though, so
they've been
9-5.
Been successful on getting this inbound play stop, so let's see if they can
almost a turnover.
Great play by Hansen. Erling trying to handle it.
Watch out.
Crosses her over.
Hansen's quick.
Hansen is quick. Collins on the front court.
They're back in a man, it looks like, Issaquah. 1-point game.
1:18 left to go. Collins with the ball.
Maya trying to post up inside Erling, but
it's a double.
GP needs this basket.
Collins back out. Sandy. Erling, 3 on the shot clock. 1. I don't think she got it off.
No, she didn't.
Back-to-back 30-second violations. Coach Hill has 2 timeouts. Coach Crandall has 1. It's going to be a chess game this last minute.
Now can they get the ball in? They get it to Hansen. Under a minute to play, down by 1. The Eagles crawling back.
Glacier Peak has to be careful of a foul.
Hansen!
That's offensive.
She gets the finish. It's an offensive charge. Oh, my! What a play by Kira Hansen.
No, it's waved off. It's offensive call.
Yes, it's offensive.
Yes.
Foul on Hansen.
Still a play. What
it
a
was
play.
Sandy. Sandy got the foul, I think.
Oh, I thought they called it on
They called it on Hansen, only her first.
Yeah, sorry.
For Issaquah, 51.5 seconds left, and GP now with the ball. That was a gutty play. Great play by Sandy to draw the charge.
Stepping in front.
That's twice Sandy's taken a couple of charges, and she's sitting there with 4 fouls on her. So
yes, you got to give up your body sometimes for the team, and she's done it twice. Todd, did you see if that was? Did she get it off?
The earlier play where Brian Hill got a technical, he went back and looked at it. He thought that he did get it. She did get that shot off. Right now.
Yes.
Yes.
No, out of her hands.
Yeah.
So who is it? Ron Pereira or whatever on the
Mike
NFL?
Pereira.
Mike Pereira.
Yes.
So we'll give you that call on that one on the
we need a
judgment. Okay.
51-50.
That's a critical call because you know that was
the 3-point play.
That was a 3-point play. It was actually a 5-point play because Issaquah got 2 free throws from it. Could have been a 4-point if they would have converted, but they turned it over. 7-point play.
The Issaquah Eagles, they're first place out of the Crest Division in the Kingco. They've had a heck of a season. You all can just rewind and look and tell you what you think for yourselves as Maya Erling taking the ball. Get it to Collins.
Next foul will put Glacier Peak on the line.
Collins all the way, no foul, and it's going to stay GP ball.
That was almost off her leg, real close.
Wow.
45.3 left.
24 on the shot clock.
Brian Hill got to sit down there. He's going to get himself in trouble again.
Issaquah getting a 1-point lead within 1:46.
She can get it without going over and back. That's a safe play.
He wasn't sure.
Issaquah.
Go to the high post. There's Rubino. Rubino gets it back Erling.
They went to a 2-3 zone, Issaquah now.
14 seconds. 10 on the shot clock. Collins got to get it to Erling. Looks to Smith. Now Erling, turnaround, tough shot.
Big rebound.
Rubino with the rebound back out to Smith. 22 seconds left. Up by 1.
Oh, Brian took a timeout.
Brian wants a timeout.
Why?
19.4 seconds left.
He's going to be out of timeouts now.
He probably isn't going to need it if he can keep the ball.
Well, he wants to call a good play. I'm not sure. I don't know what the thinking was.
Now you got to get the ball in. Here's the thing is Issaquah's going to do a quick foul if they don't get a steal. Then you'll send them to the line.
So classic question. We've had this, I think, twice today. You're up by 3 with seconds left. Do you foul or do you let it go?
In girls basketball, I'm not going to foul because they can't get off the shot as well. But boys basketball, I'm going to foul because they can do fadeaways from way out. So Depends what sport. That's
We
my
had
answer.
the Redmond Mustangs, that head coach, again, Todd Rubin, he decided not to foul, and it didn't work out at the end for him. But, this is the great
You're
debate.
talking about on a three-point.
Yeah, on a three-point, right.
Yep. In girls basketball, I'm not. I'm going to rely on my defense. But, boys basketball, those guys can shoot from half court. So
we saw that today, actually. We saw a young man, Jahi Coleman, he hit one literally inside the half-court line at the buzzer in the first half.
All right,
but here we go.
This could be a free throw match here.
19.4 seconds.
Watch this. They're double teaming the inbounder. She's got to throw it in. Oh, got foul.
Erling, and then Hansen goes to fall, and Erling kind of pushes back, and Kira Hansen says, what do you mean?
Yeah.
You can't do that.
18 seconds. You got a 1-and-1. Erling will go to the line. Issaquah needs to get the rebound here if on a miss, but
and we got to stay tuned for our interview for our Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game.
First time the line here for Maya. Let's see what she can do for the GP Grizzlies here, and she does.
She nails it. 2-point lead. And Brian Hill doing some substitution. He gets Elise Waldall, the 5'9" junior in.
I think she's coming to guard Gibson, put some length on her.
Erling,
3-point game.
Ice. Here it is, 17 seconds. Hansen with the ball.
Got to have a three. Got to call the timeout.
And that's a good timeout there by Doug Crandall. Set something up. At least I thought it was a decent timeout.
You know
you don't like it?
He knows his team better. I would rather just go for it, and then
you got to set it up.
No, but here's the thing.
See, this is why you drive us crazy, you coaches.
He could have gone for a quick two and called timeout also. Maybe got a steal if you get a quick two. But, you got to know your team personnel. And, he's going for a set play here. You got to get a three, so let's see what it is. Is Brian going to foul?
Yeah, I just don't think that GP was going to allow you to.
You started, I don't think. Is that what you're telling me? You don't think?
I never think. Ask my wife for 27 years. Believe me, that's proof of the pudding right there. But what I'm saying is GP, because they're so aggressive, I'm not going to be able to get a chance to get that quick two possibly.
I understand.
And then also I want to play to get Gibson in, number 3, probably my 3-ball shooter, or Stevens, somewhere so I can get a good open look. Because honestly, I probably got to get a 3 here.
I agree. Look where they're throwing it in, though, deep in
the
backcourt.
Yes.
That's not the ideal place either.
Now, you just should have waited to come up a little farther, then call the timeout.
All right, well, we'll compromise on this one, okay?
They're going to have to throw it way deep to get it in.
Okay. Collins, is she going to foul?
11 seconds, high screen. Hansen.
Oh.
And Gibson tries to set the foul.
With 6.9 seconds, it's going to be a 2-shot foul. Gibson going to the line.
And Gibson gets run over.
That's not a bad foul, though.
No. It's on Collins.
You got to make them both, and then you got to get the inbounds play to win.
Only her second. He sends Gibson and stops the clock with 6.9 on the board.
Missed it. Oh,
my
question is she making the second one or going to miss it?
Well,
do you want her to make or miss?
Well, have you practiced this play, Coach Rasmussen?
No, the odds of getting a bounce, I'm having her make it and hope you get a steal.
That's your best play. Make it.
Do you call a timeout? He's got one time. No, he's got no timeouts.
Neither coach has a timeout.
That one she goes to miss.
No rim.
No, yeah.
It's a tough miss. It's impossible. We don't practice practices.
There was a call that it didn't touch the cylinder.
Yep.
It's 6.9. It was 6.9 before she took the free throw.
What are they? They got to cover them. Maya could be going deep.
Leah Collins with the ball. She gets it into Sandy. Right back to Collins. Here we go. Wide open. Waddle,
Gibson,
but she
just
dribbles
fouled.
out. And that will do it. 53-51. Glacier Peak hangs on and will move on.
I'm going to tell you, I think we have Maya Erling up here again.
Is that your player of the game, gentlemen?
That's my choice. Huh?
She hit 2 big free throws right there to win the game in my book, and she played really good inside. I vote there too.
I have no issues with that at all. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Maya Erling, our Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game. GP wins 53.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
All right, back here, Scott Oshman, Ron the Wedge, Henthorn, Maya Erling. A familiar place. You're our Adrenaline Fundraiser Player of the Game, and you guys survive, I would say, 53-51. Talk about those critical free throws that kind of, I don't know, it's kind of the game. That's why we kind of gave it to you. Plus, you played all around, just a tremendous game. Tell us about what happened there.
Honestly, I mean, obviously I knew I needed to make those. We shoot like 10 free throws every single practice, maybe 20, 30. So, I mean, that just kind of should have been natural, and it did, and that was good. And I knew I wasn't making the most baskets today, but I knew that my team needed me on the, board. So, that's where I really attacked today. And obviously it was a little tighter than we wanted to, but we got it, and that's all I'm thankful for it.
Well, you end up with 12 points. You're the leading scorer for the team tonight.
Oh, really?
I even had
you. Didn't know that.
I had you 14, so
maybe you had 14.
12, 14. We don't know. So what's it like? Again, the mentality, you're not quite, you're not 20-0, but you're 14-0 out of conference. You're coming in with all kinds of momentum. You're the number 1 seed. You have a target on your back. You got a 12-point lead. But how do you hold the intensity there? How do you keep it the pedal to the metal?
Honestly, it's just staying positive. It's not the easiest thing to do. Calls don't go your way. You miss a lane or two, but it's just always knowing that, there's still game left, and you got to go your hardest at all times.
That shot, we think that shot you had, was your shot there when your coach, the three-pointer, they called the shot clock, Brian Hill.
Oh, that
technical.
was Malia's.
That was Malia's. Yeah, that was Smith. We think that was good.
Yeah, I thought it was good too, but
Hey, you didn't need it.
Yeah.
You didn't need it. You had 2 to spare here. Right. And just talk a little bit, and we'll get you out of here on this. How do you feel the team is playing and going in now this next level? Now it just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
I think we're playing all right, but I think there's still a couple things that we can work on, and just obviously keeping the lead and the intensity of. Could have been a little better today, but we're playing all right, and I think if we fix a couple things, we might make it to the championship. So that's the goal.
Good luck to you for the next game, Maya.
Thank you.
And thanks a lot for showing us some fun basketball tonight.
Yeah, of course.
Guys, made it interesting, which is always good for the broadcast. Congratulations, Maya Erling. Once again, our Adrenaline Fundraiser Player of the Game. The shirt is actually on its way. We don't have that here tonight.
All right.
But congratulations, Glacier Peak.
You.
Moving on.
Right. All right. Thank you.
All right. Have a great one. We'll get a picture real quick. So, Ronnie, what a day of basketball here at Jackson High School. GP, both boys and girls move on.
And in both close games, we could have gone either way for them,
Very close. They were up by 10 at halftime. They move on 53-51, and I'm trying to see where they go next. I think they play either Tuesday night. I think you have it right there, Ronnie.
They play on the 18th there, yeah.
So Glacier Peak will move on, and they're going to play Eastlake, who was the big winner of the upset over Lake Stevens in the game before this in overtime, won't they?
No, they're going to play this game, Newport. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're going to play there on the top side of the bracket. I apologize. So Glacier Peak goes on to play Newport at Jackson or Bothell on February 18th, 5:30. Okay.
Should be a good game to watch, too.
Should be. I've got a parka on. I'm going to get out of this cold and go outside into the cold for Ron the Wedge Henthorn, Todd Elvig, our executive producer, everybody here, STSPN, and everybody in the truck, Ron Henthorn.
All of them. And they ate all the donuts again.
They did. I need a Kit Kat. Hopefully they got that left for me. Saying so long from Jackson High School. Glacier Peak girls victorious 53-51. Good night, everybody.
Good night.